Put your eyes back in your head.
I felt like flavor.
Pry their eyes open and force them to see the truth. We will skin the sheep and sacrifice the weak. The unholy alliance has arrived.
Calling all cars, calling all cars, calling all goofs. Calling them. Calling all BS, calling all shots, calling 3-point, calling the 4-point, the and ones, and the and your mamas. We calling every damn thing. So I got a little something to say. I got something to say. And I want to kind of give people time to get in real quick. Because there has been a misconception about something. Yeah, there's been a misconception about something that I don't fuck with. Something that I don't fucking do. And I will not motherfucking tolerate. Yeah, I will not fucking tolerate this. So I'm gonna speak on this. So again, I thank you all for continuously supporting the brand, the Unholy Alliance, Atlanta Falcons Nation, the Heavy Hitters. I truly appreciate you guys. Disagreements, agreements. I truly appreciate it. From the bottom of my sincere heart. The senator himself, he appreciates you all. Truly do. But the senator has several sides to him. Yeah, the senator. Now, this is the Senator Mad Mike, aka Senator Palpatine, coming at you right now. We got several sides to us. Yeah, the senator has several sides to him. If you don't know anything about a senator and these quote-unquote politicians, yeah, they have several sides to them. And yeah, Senator Mad Mike has several sides to him. So you're going to see when it's time to get greasy, it's time to get greasy. So y'all about to get that. So again, first, I want to go over something. What's going on, bro? And got to give a shout out to them Hawks, man. Want to give a shout out to them his Hawks. Oh yeah, they got a nice little squad that they're putting together over there, and you're finally starting to see Trae Young coming to his own. And that's kind of crazy to say with Trae Young, is because this dude has always been, you know, he's a star, but like I think he's leading the league in assists with like 12.1, 12.2. So he's doing a wonderful job of just getting all the young guys. Yeah, he's doing a wonderful job. And Wednesday night, they did a pretty good job of defeating the Bucks. Obviously, you know what the Bucks all about. Milwaukee Bucks. They did a great job. So looking at Trae Young and that team, man, they really starting to find themselves. The young guys are kind of finding right. The guys with even DeAndre Hunter, like he's doing his thing. Dyson Daniels, all those guys. So it's like shout out to them, man. They doing a wonderful job. Like I said, I like what we're doing with this Hawks. A young team and still got a way to go, but yeah, I like where they're going. So get into these shout outs. Nathan Floyd, what's going on? How you doing, sir? Hope you're having a good morning. Jonathan Rozier, what's going on? Dre Murphy, Bucks. What's going on, man? How you doing? Everybody else, man, leave a mother freaking comment in here. God damn it. So we can say hello to you clown mothers. Okay? Leave a damn comment, emoji or something so man Mike can give y'all a shout out. God damn it. I am on one today, y'all. I really am on one today, and I really am. Y'all gonna see. Y'all gonna see why. Trust me, you will see why. I don't necessarily have any way to put this nicely. So when I run out of options, when I run out of patience, yeah, kind of have a tendency to explode. So it's gonna be one of them where you're gonna see me explode. You probably can't tell. Bernard, what's going on? How you doing, sir? When I have a tendency to explode, it kind of gets entertaining. I don't think it's entertaining, but you motherfuckers think it's entertaining. Because I'm dead ass serious when I explode. So you can take that for what it is. And forgive me, I'm doing a little promotional stuff real quick in the background, so I am stalling just a little bit. I'm trying to be. I really am trying to be a changed man, but some of y'all just make it dang near impossible for man Mike to turn a new leaf. As a matter of fact, shit, man Mike turn over a new leaf. She not rant anymore like that. Leave your honest opinions in there real quick. I want to see how y'all like. Let me see if y'all want me to be considerate, or you just like the hell with it. Just say what you feel, Mike. How y'all think? What do y'all think? Because I know what I think. How panic me to Lord have mercy. Is that a real comment, or you just talking shit, Bucks? Like Kobe, Bane, what's going on? How you doing? Oh, I'm gonna get to that Kyle. I'm gonna get to that Kyle Pitts. Oh, believe that. That right there is gonna be. That's the main topic of obviously the main topic of today. You wouldn't be you if you didn't. I appreciate it, man. I really do. I appreciate it. So I'm hmm, mm, mm, mm. Yeah, this right here. Panic with those who run our solutions. Like, yeah. Okay, I got you. Appreciate that, Dre. So, all right. So I got enough people in here so we can hear the message, and this is something that I want you guys to put out there too. That I said this shit. Okay, so I was so eloquently informed that that some other people, including myself, that it didn't sit right with certain people. And what am I talking about? It didn't sit right with certain people. So apparently, certain people don't like the fact that we as men, we as women, we as people decide to let things be and to get over certain aspects of certain things. Y'all been well informed and well aware of what's not been going on for years as it pertains to Mad Mike Sports, Atlanta Falcons Nation, that we have always been in the center of this particular growing niche in Atlanta Falcons podcasting. Myself, the Don himself, we are considered the OGs of this particular platform on YouTube. Now, whether or not we're considered OGs as far as, writing articles and things of that nature, although I have been a part of that, but when you look at, where the platforms as far as the Atlanta Falcons are concerned, that we've helped quite a few people. And you guys know exactly who these people are. From Smitty to Lowe to guys like quite a few other guys. We've been right there in the center of it. And we take great pride in helping everyone create a platform where they can be voiced and they can hear and have their own opinion. And even if we don't agree, we take pride on helping people find their voices, help people create the characters that you see today on their respective brands. We take pride in that. I take pride in helping everyone. I do take pride in that. That right there is something that's near and dear to my heart. Why? It's because motherfuckers don't appreciate black content creators. I'm just gonna be honest. They don't appreciate black content creators. All right. I'm gonna be just as I'm just gonna be real and just say it because I really don't give a fuck anymore. They don't like niggas to be in this type of shit. Okay? They don't like niggas to be able to understand football. They don't like niggas to be intelligent and understand the game. They don't like niggas to be well informed. They don't like niggas to inform, to educate, and to build up other niggas. And that's how they see us, as niggas. No matter how much you claim that, oh, I don't like that word, and well, they look at us as a nigga. How do I know that? It's because a guy we all know, Lieutenant Dan, aka Unintentional Grounding, he took me under his wing and said, Mike, you know, I love what you're doing over there. I love what you're doing over there. It was 3-4 years in a row where I tried my best to get on I'm talking about every platform imaginable. I was willing to work for free. And they looked at me because I have a Southern accent. I'm a Georgia boy. I'm a Grady baby. Raised in not only Atlanta, but Alabama. You know what I'm saying? Like Lynette, Lafayette, Alabama, Mobile, Montgomery. Like, this is where. So I'm a true Southerner. But that's the way they see us, as black. No matter how intelligent, no matter how much we are on point on our takes, that's how they see us. And you know who the fuck you are when I say this. Y'all know who. Look, you know that there's a demographic of people that rules Twitter. These people don't have a nigga in sight. It's not a nigga in sight in that motherfucker. And if they hear, they sound like Carlton. No disrespect to Carlton, but that's what they want. So niggas that sound like us and black men that sounds like us, we're not welcome. Okay? This is why Atlanta Falcons Nation is because not only black men, but white men, Hispanic, multi-ethnic men who may not represent what they deem to be quality. They don't want us around and they don't want us to have a voice. And this is why I always say, for me personally, that I appreciate everything that YouTube is because they allow us to have a voice. They allow us to be who we are. And I'm saying all this to say this. Mad Mike Sports is the voice to give a voice to the voiceless. To give a voice to people that they don't represent the quote unquote the ESPNs of the world. So we don't strive to fit in. And with those people that we've helped over the years, they know that. They know that to be true. So those people that we have helped, and where I feel like we were greatly disrespected, and people continue to disrespect us by not giving us our proper just due for helping them and giving them a platform where they can not only find themselves, but find their voice. This is where a lot of people began. We've given so many people opportunities to not only find their voice, but to be seen. Because guess what? Those other platforms are not going to, they're not going to do what we do. I can promise you that. So I'm saying all this to say this. This comment. Okay. This comment right here. It's a lot of you motherfuckers that go around and your whole model in existence is to cause grief, strife, issues, and stir up a lot of bullshit. Southside, what's going on? Sorry, you motherfuckers just come over here just to be negative and just to talk shit about people. So people have a problem, and I'm talking to people that got a problem. Got a problem with who the fuck who the fuck we decide we want to talk to, and who we want to, make amends with. You got a problem with the fuck we decide we want to make amends with? See, comments like this, let me read this so for the people. And this is very important. This is Kenneth Collette. A lot of fans are promoting Mad Mike and his channel. And Chris would appear to be okay. But unfortunately, Smitty lets the hypersensitive diva Berto ban people that disagree with his senseless echo chamber. So be very careful when you comment on Smitty's channel. They love to censor anyone and anybody that disagrees, period. It's just sad. So there's a lot of backhanded ass comments in this. So if anybody got a motherfucking problem, well, who the fuck I make amends with, who as a man, I decide to say, all right, whatever differences that we had, whatever issue that we had, if you got a motherfucking problem, what the fuck I do and what the fuck we do over here and what we decide is a bigger issue at hand, then this channel ain't for you. Because what we do over here at Atlanta Falcon Nation, Man Mike Sports, Man Mike Network, Unholy Alliance, and that we do men shit. We can do this fuck ass shit right here. Typing old paragraphs about men putting their differences aside and decide like we're gonna come together and we're gonna talk. Just like the great Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, those brothers they stood for the same thing, but on different sides and different aspects of things. Me, I'm a little bit more of Malcolm X. Other content creators may be a little, and this is just my observation, these people a little bit more of the Martin Luther King. But at the end of the day, we have a common goal to represent the greater good, and that's to go after the national media, because the national media don't respect the Atlanta Falcons. So what we did, and we continue, we got our personal issues out the way, and we say, all right, this is for the community, this is for the Atlanta Falcons. because this is what we want to do and this is what we did. So you can keep this shit away from me. If you don't have the guts to tell this man to himself to call men out on other people's channel and not go to them about it, you can stay the fuck away from me. Okay? I don't know Berto well enough to have an opinion about him. I don't know Chris well enough to have an opinion outside of what my experience has been with those guys. I've worked with Smitty for years, okay? I know him well enough. I know Big Low. Y'all know where he got. I know about him for years. I know these guys. I can speak on it. But from what I understand with Berto, what I understand with Chris, these guys have done nothing as far as I'm concerned. They haven't said anything about me. So why in the hell would you feel comfortable enough to come over here and talk shit about somebody when what we're doing over here is trying to bring the community together and talk ball and have the understanding that we gonna, we just gonna agree to disagree. We don't have to agree on everything. But motherfuckers like this make that shit damn near impossible because they want to come over here and go from channel to channel stirring up shit. So Kenneth Collette, you can take this comment, shine that some bitch up. I'll turn that motherfucker sideways and stick it straight up your ass. So fuck you and anybody else who think like this. They think they feel safe enough to come over here and start talking shit about other men on my channel. That shit ain't happening. A man and a woman should understand that when you go to someone else's channel, property, home, is that you have to abide by their rules because it's their channel. It's their home. This is how they do something. When I go to Jude's channel, I know that I got to keep the cursing to a minimum. I know I got to put, keep certain things to a minimum. That's out of freaking respect. Certain people don't like certain things. Some people don't like the ranting style. Some people like more to be more informative. But you gotta see, you have to admit, and you gotta just be honest. Like, look, maybe you the fucking problem. You raising hell and saying certain things on other people's platforms. Look, they may not like it. And you just be a man and be a woman enough to say, like, look, I'm just not, look, I can't be what I want to be over there. And it is what it is. So at the end of the day, do they really have the problem? Do Smitty have the problem? Do Chris have the problem? Do Berto have the problem? No, they don't have the fucking problem. You the fucking problem because you think you can just go on anybody's platform and talk shit about a team that everybody else loves with the same negative nonsense. Nobody want to hear, oh, you hate every damn thing. You hate everything. Oh, I hate Man Ryan. I hate Mike Vick. I hate this. Man, take that shit somewhere else. No, nobody want to hear that bull crap every day. Every fucking comment this Kenneth dude leaves on it's a long list. It's a goddamn dissertation of every damn thing that he doesn't like. So this is the last time I'm gonna say this shit to you. Don't come over here with this bullshit, and anybody else, don't come over here with that bullshit. If you can't understand that we are in your face and we're gonna hit every topic and we're gonna go as far, or we're going to go at least on a topic as we damn well please. If I want to make 10 videos on Lamar Jackson, so fucking be it. You can kiss my natural caramel, black, yellow, whatever color my ass is. It's because that's what we want to talk about. And we have a responsibility as content creators to listen to the people who ask us questions. When someone asks me a question, whether or not you like it, it's not about you. It's about Mike, K-Styles, Mr. Tactician, Smitty, Low, anybody else. We have an obligation to listen to y'all and to answer the question that you guys have for us. That's our thing. So get out your fucking feelings. If you don't want to listen to us about Lamar Jackson, we got plenty of other videos. We got plenty of other videos on this channel. I got over 4,000 damn videos. Go look at other shit. You ain't got to listen to my videos on Lamar Jackson if you don't want to hear it. Nah, I don't do the looking in the mirror staring at my ass shit. Southside, we don't Southside. We don't do that. We don't do that. I don't want to know what the color of my ass is. Okay, I don't know what you doing when you in the bathroom. You looking at your own ass. Look, that's all on you. I don't know what color my ass. I don't stare at my ass. I wipe my ass and I wash my ass. That's all I need to know. Okay, that's all I need to know. Southside. I don't stare at my own ass like a woman. Okay. So at the end of the day, man, like, be a damn man. Understand that when you go on other people's platforms, they may not like certain things, and most people are not going to warn you 5, 6, 7 times in a row about this negative tone that you have, because you have a very negative tone. I don't think I've ever heard anything positive coming out of Kenneth. And we have a policy over here at Mad Mike Sports and Atlanta Falcons Nation, as long as you don't get personal and start calling people names, bitches, hoes, and all this type of stuff, sexual orientations. Like, if you don't do that and disrespect for women are off limits over here, we don't disrespect our ladies. Everybody know that. So you would really have to go overboard to get blocked over here. So we don't do the blocking thing. But I can't control what Smitty and anybody else do on their channel. So, because we don't have that. We don't have that same policy over here. You got to really be a complete nincompoop to get blocked over here. All right. So at the end of the day, this is something that we have to speak on, because for me, if I see fit to let things go and to be a man about things and say, all right, yeah, we're going to decide to let this go, and, bygones be bygones. It is what it is. But don't come over here talking shit about somebody when we've decided to let bygones be bygones, and we're going to do shows together, and we're going to come together, and we're going to do it for the quote unquote logo. You're not gonna talk shit about somebody on my watch. Okay? That ain't happening. That's not how we do things. Jerome, shut your ass up. So, with that being said, gotta speak on that. And like I said, show everybody some love. Even throughout our disagreements with everybody, you always hear me say at the end of every particular rant, that's like, even though we disagree, I always tell y'all, go subscribe to them. I want you guys to be the judge of who's right and who's wrong. Don't just listen to me. You listen to everyone, and you listen to everybody's point, and then you come back and say, all right, what's the truth? You decide what the truth is. Subscribe to them. So, like I said, we don't do. We a shit talking platform. We're informative. We do the facts, the stats, and the absolute truth. And sometimes the truth is very unpopular. And oh my God, the truth is so diabolically hurtful. Yeah, it can smack the living shit out of the truth. Can smack the living shit out of it. But the truth is the truth at the end of the day. So you can kiss my ass with this backhanded comment about Chris, A1 Sports, Smitty Sports Machine, Berto. You can kiss my natural ass. If you think that you're gonna leave comments like this, talk shit about people on my platform to kind of get some shit stirred up, nah, y'all can say that shit. So if that's your plan to do that type of shit and leave comments like this about other content creators, nah, you can fuck off with that. We don't do that around here, pimp. Cause I'm out. Look, motherfuckers know what we about. We in these streets for real. We look. We walk up on you, and we walk up on you. AFN, what we do, we walk up on you. We look you in the eyes. We shake your hands. All this internet talking and all that bullshit, we don't do that. We look you right in the motherfucking eyes and say exactly what the fuck you feeling. So AFN don't do that weak shit. I'm willing to talk shit about you and talk positive about you. But I'm going to say it to your motherfucking face. That's how we do it over here. So if you ain't about that, willing to sit down and have a conversation with a motherfucker, nah, you, like I said, you can keep that weak ass shit to yourself. I don't do that. We don't do that around here. We don't do that. So, like I said, this is something that I had to speak on because we got a lot of people, we got a lot of divisive fans and supporters of all channels, not just here, Smitty, everybody channel. It's like we got a lot of supporters, but we got a lot of people that like to keep up a lot of bullshit and go channel to channel, and we still have that list. Believe me, that list is very, trust me, we see, we got eyes and ears everywhere. We ain't forgot a damn thing. We just, we doing what's necessary right now. So that is the, that right there is the portion of the show that I wanted to get straight. And forgive me, Kev. I said I wasn't gonna do this. Wandrea, I said I wasn't gonna do this. Wandrea, forgive me. But since I'm already on this, I'm gonna try to keep it as short as possible. I said I wasn't gonna do it, but Because it's still a few people out there that still trying to they're trying to bait us into they're trying to bait us into giving them a little bit of attention. They're trying to bait us into giving them attention. And you know, the sad part about this is how you went about doing that. And I'm not gonna say this little clown's name, but it's pretty disgusting. You a low-life son of a bitch to use a tragedy, to use someone's genuine feelings and heart for your own personal gain. Like, you got to be a low-life son of a bitch to do something like that. To use a personal tragedy as an opportunity to get traction and attention for yourself? Are you fucking kidding me? You use a personal tragedy somebody literally lost their life, and you use that opportunity to go at two of the most influential platforms for the Atlanta Falcons? Are you fucking kidding me? You are a piece of shit. I don't even know how you even shit. You should be your bowel should turn on your clown ass. You use an opportunity for somebody who genuinely had worry, somebody truly thought, you know, it was out. You use an opportunity when somebody genuinely cared whether or not your ass was gone off the face of the earth. That you had transitioned. We literally thought that you had transitioned. And not only did you do that, you took advantage of it. You took advantage of people caring whether or not you were gone. And you didn't even take the time out to clear up the misconception that you were gone. You took an opportunity to do that for fucking YouTube views? To come up here and say that you are the greatest of all time, oh no, you're not the greatest, I'm the greatest. Oh, get the fuck out of here. Your ass is only the greatest in your own little drunk ass, hillbilly ass mind, okay? You only the great in your rooting it, tooting it, shooting his ass mind, okay? Put the goddamn Budweisers down and come back to reality. The only thing that you is the greatest is It's fucking knocking down them goddamn Budweisers. And shooting up with them goddamn what the goddamn creatine. Get the fuck out of my face with that bullshit. Don't you ever in your motherfucking life mention AFN ever again. We don't claim to be the greatest. Matt Mike doesn't claim to be the greatest out of anything outside of the freestyling. I believe I'm the greatest freestyler in the Falcons niche. Cause this shit come from my heart. I don't write shit down. All this shit comes straight from my heart. It comes straight from my soul. Period, point blank. That's what the fuck I'm great at. So, Mr. Hillbilly, you got some fucking nerve to come out here and somebody that went out of their way to ask how you were doing and how like you got some fucking nerve to try to take advantage of people. You got some nerve to sit up here and take advantage of people's emotions and literally caring about you. And this ain't just me. People thought you were literally gone. You can't do a fucking show without a beer can in your fucking hand. You can't do a damn show without being drunk. You so fucking lame. You to get views. This motherfucker, he literally puts a camera on his fucking floor, goes live, and he streams himself sleeping. He streams himself sleeping, and you're trying to tell me that you're the GOAT. The GOAT at what? Motherfucker, this ain't Real Housewives of a fucking Miracle where I gotta have cameras around me 24/7. Bitch, give me 30 minutes and I will eat this bitch alive. Give me an hour. I'll get 1,000 views. But this motherfucker got to stream himself 24/7 just to get goddamn 100 views. And you talking about you better than Smitty, you better than me. Man, sit the fuck down. What the fuck we gonna learn? How to goddamn sleep well? How to drink? But look, motherfucker, I know how to drink. My family full of alcoholics. And you got the nerve to sit up here and talk about whether or not we are the greatest. No, I'm not the greatest, but I know, look, I've learned from guys like Terrence Mathis. I've learned from Chuck Smith. I've sat down and I have conversations with OJ Santiago, so many other people. TJ Pollen from Atlanta Sports Unlimited. Dave, Atlanta Sports Unlimited. These guys have taught me so much. So I learned. I've learned to listen. I've learned things from, Lieutenant Dan on learning how to watch film and all this type of stuff. I've learned over the years. So my work and my knowledge, it speaks for itself. So Mr. Creatine, Mr. I'm going to watch myself sleep for 100 views, get the fuck out of here. The only thing you great at is being a fucking piece of absolute shit. The biggest hunk of shit you can find. I'm talking about bullshit. I'm talking about horse shit that's been left on the goddamn ground on goddamn in Midtown. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. We talking about back in the day. Y'all remember that damn Adrian had them damn horses and horses with shit all on the goddamn? That's what the fuck he great at. No. I haven't forgot about that. So, Mister, you know who your name is. This is the last time I'm gonna speak on you, and I've already blocked you because I don't do shitty human beings. We don't do shitty human beings on this. Try to be the big man and not speak on this shit. But you're not gonna use AFN in any way, shape, or fashion to try to get views from, because you're gonna have to see us. You're gonna see us one of these days. I know that's not no threat. Because I know you motherfuckers like, I know certain people liked and certain demographics like to call the police and say, oh, somebody threatened me. No, we're gonna have a conversation about this. Everybody that says anything about AFN in any way, disparaging way, whether it's positive or negative, you're going to see us. We're going to either congratulate you or we're going to have the conversation, but you don't see us. We're going to have the conversation, and it's going to be a real conversation. And you're not going to use Atlanta Falcons Nation name, Mad Mike Sports name, to get views off of without seeing someone talking to someone. We're going to have a conversation one of these days. Ain't gonna be no gangster shit. Ain't gonna be none of that bullshit. But we gonna have that conversation. You're gonna have to speak to us. You're going to have to talk to one of us one of these days. I know, man. I already know. I know this. And this is what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about. So, like I said, at the end of the day, man, it's like, man, look, I'm a God-fearing man. Despite like God still working on me with my mouth. Okay, I'm working on it, y'all. I'm still working on it. I'm still working on it. But you're not going to use AFN's name, Mad Mike Sports name, for views, because that's not what we gonna do. We gonna see you. We gonna have this conversation, and you're gonna have to explain why you used our name and not had a conversation. Because I reached out to you. I reached out to you on Twitter, and you ignored us. I reached out to you through someone else, and you ignored it. And you proceed to take a private conversation to the internet. It's a small world indeed. Yes, it is. But like we said, we strive to continuously help, the person like you, myself, find their voices, find themselves within it, because believe it or not, at one point, and what nobody believe me when I say this, but at one point, Mad Mike was super shy. It was years ago, but I used to be really shy. Didn't like talking in public. Anytime I would have to do a project at school, I would stand in front of the class, and boy, my hand would be shaking. Like, look, like I'm jacking off 100 miles an hour, boy. My hand would be shaking like a motherfucker. We got people that's on our crew that have still have kind of struggled with, being in front of cameras and being able to talk in front of people. Like, we still struggle with that. But we've helped people find themselves and find their voices and find their confidence and build their confidence up. So we've helped that. But at the end of the day, you will not use Atlanta Falcons Nation's name to try to get any type of clout off of. It ain't happening. You're going to have to talk to us one of these days. And that's the bottom line, because Mad Mike said so. So, God damn it. Southside, bro. And the crazy part, bro, what got me out of it was literally performing arts. As y'all know, people that I've told this story to, I was actually in performing arts, did school plays and all that type of stuff, and helping out and all. Like I did that, and that helped me. That really helped me find my voice, because I went to Avondale High School of Performing Arts. So doing that, being around so many of the people, believe it or not, one of the guys that's actually in Hollywood now, Donna Glover was one of those. Stacey Abrams, like, she went there. She was gone before I did, but like so many people have come through that school and have done a great job. So like that right here, K Styles, man, it's like we had to get him drunk. we had to get K Styles drunk to even get on camera and speak. He didn't believe he had talent. And I was like, I believed that K Styles long before he even knew he had talent. I believed in him. Maggie believed in him before he even believed in himself. So like I said, man, like, we're going to continue to uplift the people that don't believe in themselves, and they have very limited limited of knowledge of even just they just don't really motivate. They're not motivated. You know what I'm saying? They're not motivated. They don't see themselves in a certain light. That's what we stand for over here. So like at the end of the day, man, that's what AFN stands for. And that's what we're going to continue to do. So there's another topic that we're going to speak on real quick. I didn't intend on that going that long, but it is what it is. Like I said, you're not going to speak ill of somebody's name. Just like I said, when I say we cool, I'm a man of my word. I don't go back talking shit about people. You know what I'm saying? That's something that I just don't do. If I say I'm cool and I drop the shit, that's what it is. We cool, we drop the shit. When we enemies, we enemies. When we cool, we cool. That's how I deal, and that's how I was raised. So I'm a man of my word. So you're not gonna speak ill of somebody's name because of what used to be. What is now is that we cool, and that's what it's gonna be. So this was a comment also. And said, Kyle Pitts, do you want to get traded? No disrespect, but when you are out on the field, it seems you don't want to be here, especially when you're running your routes. It doesn't look crisp compared to your off-season training videos. Route running look like Pee Wee League. And this is something that I just totally and wholeheartedly disagree with. Vincent Moore, thank you for the $5 holla. I don't always get a chance to watch all the shows, but I love y'all content. Vincent, I truly appreciate it. And everybody, I can speak for everybody on the Atlanta Falcons Nation, Unholy Alliance, from Sam to OG to Rundrell, Jew Talk Sports, the Dunn, like, trust me, we truly appreciate it. We truly appreciate that. This fucking clown right here. And the sad part, I haven't even fully unleashed this clown yet. One day I might, but yeah, we got to keep this gun right here, Mr. Tactician. We got to keep him on the leash, cause the stuff he want to say, yeah, yeah, we got to keep him on the leash. Yeah, this dude. So, like I said, man, Clay, we don't do this talking back for getting views and doing scumbag stuff to get views off people's tragedies and stuff like that. That's not what we do. But I actually talked about this, and I hadn't seen the interview with Kyle Pitts. I have not seen. I really haven't seen I haven't seen the video until I got tagged, and it's about Kyle Pitts and his Yeah, Christy. Look, believe me, this dude. Oh my God. Yeah, y'all have no idea the shit that he wants to say. Yeah, I can't. The shit he want to say and do. This a diabolical, sick bastard. Oh, you have no idea. Y'all have no idea the ideas that I've had to say. No. That dude, look, he is vicious. Him and that wife of his, they are insane. Okay, yeah, they are insane. So absolutely not. We'll go LT. That person was trying to get, like I said, man, that's some low scumbag stuff. And like I said, that's just not what we do over here. We don't use personal tragedies to get views and stuff like that. And I like at that time, I knew what it was. So I'm positive he'll probably try to, somebody run and tell that. I really don't care. But it is what it is. Ain't gonna be no look. That man, he can't keep up regardless. Okay, he can't keep up regardless of what we do. We got people that don't even do shows. Hey, we got people that do shows every one time in the week, and they get more exposure than him. So, like, bro, sit down somewhere. Like, you ain't even known. Look, bro, you ain't on the lowest totem pole. But he and Kyle Pitts said something very interesting in this video. He was asked a question, Kyle Pitts. He was asked a question on why he hasn't gotten the ball. And I thought it was very interesting because this is something that I stated on the Heavy Hitters. My thing is this. The statement he was asked is like, why haven't you been getting the ball? Kyle Pitts said something very interesting in that video. He said, well, the ball just hasn't been getting to me. And he's not looking. That right there is telling. And this is something that I spoke on. I said, my thing is, it's not just Kyle Pitts. This is not just a Kyle Pitts issue. This is a tight end issue. I see that the tight ends with the Atlanta Falcons are not even touching the ball. They're out there for decoration, to be honest. When we see tight ends getting the ball, we know one thing. They there just to block. They're not there to catch the passes, any of that. You tell me in the whole game, you spent the 4th round pick, you spent a 4th overall pick and the 1st round on the tight end, and you're not even targeting him? and you gave him the fifth option. See, I wouldn't have a problem with Kyle Pitts not getting targets if we had declined that fifth year option. But we gave him the fifth year option. So he's going to be here for the next 2 years. Kyle Pitts is he's not even getting the ball. The last 2 or 3 games or so, this dude, the tight ends, I think K-Style said it was like somewhere between 6 to 10 receptions in the last 3 games for tight ends. And most of them have come via Kyle Pitts. And I'm gonna say this. I don't think it's an offensive coordinator fault. I don't think it's the coordinator fault. I know a lot of people gonna look at me and say, "No, Mike, this is the coordinator. Why? Because he's calling." An offensive coordinator does not call plays to not get the ball in the hands of certain players. That's not what he does. All his plays are designed to get everyone the ball. He called plays to get Kyle Pitts the ball. But right now, we're not seeing that. Why? Because Kirk Cousins is not doing his damn job. If you look at the previous years and you look at previous schemes, Kirk Cousins has always got the ball into a tight end's hands. In his entire career, he's always done that. Everywhere he's been, he's gotten the ball into his tight end's hands until this year. This is all Kirk Cousins' fault. We brought in Ross Dwelly. We don't even know if the motherfucker can catch. We don't even know if Ross Dwelly have hands. I've seen Charlie Warner at the University of Georgia. I've seen him in Kyle Shanahan's scheme. I know he can catch. I know he can ball. But he's not even seeing the ball. The ball, I think this dude probably barely had 10 catches on the year. We done played 12 games, and this motherfucker barely had 10 catches of the season. How the hell are you, like, why in the hell would the Atlanta Falcons draft the guy at 4 and say, nope, we're going to give you a 5th year option, but we're not going to throw you the ball. We don't want a quarterback to even throw you the ball. What the fuck kind of sense did that make for the Atlanta Falcons? Why would Terry Fontenot draft a guy at 4 and say, nope, we're not going to get you the ball? That makes no sense. I saw Desmond Ridder throw to Kyle Pitts more than what I'm seeing that Kirk Cousins is doing. This makes no sense. This is all on Kirk Cousins because his entire career, he's always going back to his days in Washington with the Washington Redskins. He's always gotten the ball to tight ends. He's never had an issue getting the ball into the tight ends' hands. He's never. Let me say this again. Never, ever not gotten the ball into a tight end hand until this year. You went from Kyle Pitts being 4th overall in yards to the tight end for the tight end position. He's 4th. Now he done dropped to like 8th or 9th because he hadn't gotten the ball. He hadn't gotten the ball in the last 3 games. Man, don't tell me this. Don't tell me that. Don't tell me this is an offensive coordinator problem because he's calling the plays. We saw in the end zone where he's pretty much open, but Kirk threw a bad ball. He's not even thinking about getting the ball into their hands. This right here, K-Style, last year the tight end combined for 100+ catches. And this is Desmond Ridder. Okay? Desmond Ridder and Taylor Heineke combined. So you tell me that with Arthur Smith, Desmond Ridder, and Taylor Heineke as your quarterback, they can get the ball to the tight ends 100+ times. But with Kirk Cousins at quarterback, you can barely get the ball to your quarterback, to your tight ends 50, 60 times in a year. Man, get the hell out of here with that. All right, so Charlie has 14. Okay, so there's about a catch a game. Yeah, about a catch a game. So our tight ends at this particular point, and keep this in perspective of why this is so bad. Look at Brock Bowers. Brock Bowers had well over 120 targets on the season. Kyle Pitts got half of those targets. Okay? Don't tell me that Kyle Pitts is not running enough or his routes great enough to simply target him. As a quarterback, I don't need you to, like, I'm going to just put myself in that quarterback position. Like, for me, I don't give a damn if you're running your routes, Chris. My job as a quarterback is to make sure that you can catch the ball. I don't give a damn about you being able to run fast, slow, or you're not good. As a quarterback, I'm supposed to get that ball to a spot where you can use your hands. I don't give a flying fuck about you being fast or not. This is just me being a quarterback. Because as a quarterback, I know I can put that ball in a spot where you can catch it. Whether it's high, low, that's my job as a quarterback to make sure that ball get there. You ever hear this when Matt Ryan told Tony Gonzalez? He said, don't fuck around. Just get to a spot. Get to the damn spot. I'm going to make sure the ball get there. He said that to Tony Gonzalez. He said, don't fuck around. Just get to a spot. Well, I've seen Kyle Pitts at a spot, and he still don't get the damn ball. I've seen Bijan Robinson wide the fuck open, and he's not even looking at him. How many times have we seen wide receivers, tight ends, and players wide open, and Kirk ain't even looking at them? He's force-feeding Drake. He's force-feeding Mooney. But I'm supposed to sit up here and think that because you guys personally believe that, oh, he's not running his routes crisply and he's giving up on it. As a quarterback, I don't need him to run crisp routes to target him. Again, I don't need him to run crisp and fast routes and at X amount. Just get to a spot. I'm going to make sure you can catch it. Don't tell me a slow-ass Anquan Boulder who runs a 4.6 and a 4.7 that he can't, like, this dude can't run fast worth of shit. Anquan Boulder was one of the slowest wide receivers in the universe to ever play the game, but quarterbacks got him the ball. Why? Because he could catch. It wasn't because he was great at route running. Anquan Boulder wasn't great at route running. He can catch that motherfucker. Kyle Pitts can catch. So I don't want to hear nothing about this. I don't want to hear nothing about no route running when it comes down to targeting guys. Because guys ain't even saying. This right here is all about quarterbacks and their fucking egos. Throw him the goddamn ball. If he drops it, we got a problem. But Kyle Pitts hasn't had issues with drops. 9 times out of 10, when that ball is near his vicinity, Kyle Pitts is coming down with that ball. So it's not a whether or not he can catch, because that ain't issue. If you look at most of the wide receivers that have failed in the NFL and they've been first round, it's because they've had issues with drops and they can't catch. This hasn't been the case for Kyle Pitts. We know he can catch. I've seen Michael Pruitt with the ball more than Pitts. This is what I'm talking about. He's not even look. This man ain't even looking to throw it to tight ends. And this is not again. This is not a Kyle Pitts. This is not solely. He's not even looking. Half the time when you're seeing Kirk Cousins is looking in two spots. That same space on the right and the left side. And looking to throw the ball deep. That's all he's looking at. And occasionally, when he's in trouble and he's trying to get away from the sack, he'll check the ball down to Bijan Robinson. So the quarterback's job is to target guys. If the guy doesn't catch it, quarterback loses confidence, and this is why he started throwing to everybody else. Well, he's not even look. I don't need my quarterback to be, sensitive. Well, Kyle Pitts is not running the routes crispily enough. Like, get the fuck out of here. That tells me more about you as a quarterback, your inability to put the ball in the spot. You can't tell me that Ray McLeod is not the greatest route runner. So y'all can go to hell. Ray just fast as hell. I don't want to hear nothing about Kyle Pitts ain't the greatest route runner. Cause that's nonsense at this point. Dude 6'6", 250. Don't tell me about no damn route runner when a guy that big. Cause guys that big typically don't run great routes to begin with. So you can save that shit. Like, you can save that shit. How many guys that that 7 feet tall, 300 pounds that can run routes well? 6'6", 250, and they can run like a damn cheetah. You don't see it. So y'all can save this nonsense about Kyle Pitts. Oh, he quit on the play. Yeah, I've seen Julio quit on plays. Anybody want to talk about Julio Jones and why him and Matt Ryan were not great with that deep route? Yeah. So every receiver, whether you're tight end, running backs, there are certain aspects of your game that you're not going to be great at. And route running is one of those things that Kyle Pitts is never going to be great at. He can improve, but at the end of the day, the quarterback has to find a way to make sure that he's in the game. And if the quarterback can't find a way to get the ball to him, the quarterback is the failure. Because the tight ends and the running backs and the wide receiver are dependent on you getting the ball to them. Let me say this. The quarterback is responsible for getting the ball to the running backs, tight ends, and wide receivers. So if the ball isn't getting to them, I don't want to hear, I just don't want. Look, if you can get the ball, like I said, if you can get the ball to another tight end or running back 50 times, don't tell me you can't get the ball to it. Because tight ends don't run the greatest routes. Running backs don't run the greatest routes. If you can get the ball into Tyler Allgeier's hands, and we know he can't run routes like that, don't tell me that Kyle Pitts his route runner ain't great. That's why he's not getting targets, because that's a cop-out. It's for people who just don't like him. People who just don't like Kyle Pitts want to say he's a terrible route runner. Because what I see at this point in time, even with Travis Kelce is not the greatest route runner. This motherfucker runs slants and in routes all goddamn game, and they find a way to get him the ball. Tight end screen, they find a way to get him the ball. So I don't want to hear nothing about this. Oh, Kyle Pitts ain't a great wide receiver. Well, look, even if he's not a great runner, let's just say he's a terrible ball. How is Travis Kelce continuously getting the ball into his hands? They're using tight end screen. They're using slants. They're using all this. So he's not getting the ball into into the receiver's hands. And that's the problem. When you see the Falcons in that pistol formation, the pistol formation is designed to highlight the offensive line, tight ends, and running backs. And a lot of times, if you have a fullback, H-back, whatever you want to call it, that's what when you're in the pistol. So anytime you see the Falcons in that pistol formation, they're trying to get the ball to Kyle Pitts. The problem is the quarterback got to get the ball to Kyle Pitts. So if we continuously running that pistol formation, man, we're trying to get the ball. The quarterback, the offensive coordinator, when he calls the pistol formation, he's trying to get the ball into the tight end's hand. But it's up to the quarterback to make sure the ball gets in his hand, and that's where we're not doing. He's not getting, and this is something that's like the ball just hasn't come my way. That's what his answer to it. He didn't say, "Well, I'm not running the brisk. I'm not playing the best." Kyle Pitts said, "Well, the ball just not coming my way." That was his answer to it. That was his answer. And I thought it was really interesting that Kyle Pitts said that. He said the ball just isn't coming his way. So that goes into exactly what I was saying about Kirk Cousins. He's not spreading the ball around. Stop spreading the news. He needs to start spreading the ball around. Everybody is not touching the ball. Last week's target distribution was god freaking awful. Drake London had 16 targets. Everybody else had 6 or less. And this has been a recurring theme with Kirk Cousins. He gets fixated on one particular target, and that's all he sees. He's not spreading the ball around. Guys are wide open, and he's still not looking because he's so focused on getting that one guy for that particular game. When he gets comfortable with one guy in a game, that's who he's throwing to, and teams know it. Kirk Cousins got to play better, bro. He's not playing well at all. Tight ends' body, so their route running is different. They body their defenders, and that's the thing, and that's why the ball placement for a quarterback has to be pretty much great. So for me, if your tight ends aren't touching the ball, for me as a quarterback, I'm thinking that I can't get the ball to a certain spot, because if you can't get the ball to a big target, like, you got problems. You got confidence issues. And right now, I think Kirk Cousins is not he's not confident in his ability to get the ball to everybody. That's just my opinion. I don't see a confident quarterback when I'm looking at when I'm looking at Kirk Cousins. He's not confident in my. Coaches need to coach better. I mean, that is what it is. The thing is, he's doing that. He's doing that. Everything you're seeing, look, there's no film that I've seen that Kyle Pitts isn't looking back. He's looking for it. The thing is, what Kyle Pitts isn't doing, he's not bitching and complaining. He's not going to the media and saying, "God damn it, I'm open," like George Pickens. He's not doing that. So maybe Kyle needs to step out and say, "Look, goddamn it, I'm open. Give me the goddamn ball. I'm not gonna be running fucking routes for no fucking reason." And I'm glad I just said that, because it reminds me of something that just happened. And we're gonna talk about this a little bit more on the end games, because there's a certain wide receiver that plays for a certain purple team that plays for a guy that looks like and act like Michael Vick. I'm not gonna say his name, but his wide receivers refused to come on the field. Let me hear that. Let me say that again. A certain wide receiver for a certain quarterback got suspended because he refused to come on the field. He is hearing those Junebug crickets. Absolutely. I think that's what it is. Yeah, I haven't seen the full, but his body language, he's saying Kirk is defeated, y'all. I'm telling y'all. Kirk is defeated. Kirk is absolutely defeated. He doesn't look like a confident quarterback. I think he's really feeling that heat from that young stud, bro. I'm telling y'all, he feeling that heat. Could it be an injury that hasn't I'm not gonna say a man I'm not gonna say he injured if he say he ain't. So I'm not using that as an excuse. Yeah, Tay, like the film is showing that he's not even looking. And like I said, it's not even just Kyle. I see running backs. I see our running backs are wide open. I saw plays where Bijan is wide open and he don't look his way. I've seen plays where Tyler Archer is alone and he's wide open. I've seen plays where Kyle Pitts, Charlie Warner, Ross, like these guys are wide open and he's not even looking these guys' way because he's so fixated on those wide receivers. It's a Kirk Cousins problem. He's not spreading the ball around. I think this is something that nobody's talked about. I don't think he knows how to play with a lot of weapons. Kirk Cousins never had this many weapons before, ever in his career. I don't think he knows how to play with this much talent. He used to having that 1 and 2, maybe 3 receivers, and that's it. He doesn't know how to play with that many weapons. The Falcons have weapons all over the field, and I don't think he knows what to do with it. See, a guy like Michael Penix, he has. If you go look at them, the tight ends, the running backs, the wide receivers that he had, those guys that he had at Washington, he knows what to do with it. I don't think Kirk knows what to do with it. Kirk is used to playing with 2, 3 good receivers, and that's it. He's never played with this much talent offensively, ever. In his entire career, he's never played with that. Nah, you dead ass wrong right here. Nah, you dead ass wrong right here. You're completely wrong. Well, I'm gonna tell you why you're wrong. Name another wide receiver on that Baltimore team that's getting the ball outside of Flowers. Let me say that again. So I'm gonna tell you why you dead ass wrong on this. Name another wide receiver that you see on that Baltimore offense that gets the ball outside of Zay Flowers. And we talk about consistently gets more than 3 and 4 catches a game. That boy barely get 2 catches a game. What the hell y'all talking about? That man said Bateman. That man got 35 catches on the year, and y'all up here talking about he's consistently getting the ball. Oh my God. Y'all know our number 2 wide receiver, how many catches he got? Our number 2 wide receiver got how many? Y'all want to take a wild guess? I'll save y'all the time. He got 51, our number 2 wide receiver. Mm-hmm. Yep. Our number 2 wide receiver got 51 catches. Anybody want to take our wild guess? Our number 3 wide receiver. This is why you dead ass wrong. Southside. This is why you dead ass wrong. Our number 3 wide receiver. Guess how much our number 3 wide receiver got? Guess how many catches he got? Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is why this is a problem. Our number 3 wide receiver got 45 catches. Their number 2 wide receiver got 35 catches on the year. So this is why we talking about Lamar Jackson. He's not a quarterback because he don't know how to get his ball. He don't not know how to get the ball in the hands of his wide receivers. Wide receivers go there to die. Lamar Jackson is elite when it comes down to being able to make plays. And I always say he's the most efficient quarterback because he knows not to make a mistake. And his mistakes is because he doesn't take chances. And this is why you have tight ends that have 50-plus catches, and his running backs, all his running backs have 50-plus catches. And his wide receivers are basically out there just running routes for no fucking reason. They out there running routes for no reason just so he can check the ball down to a tight end and a running back. It's very effective for who he is. But this is why wide receivers don't want to play there. This is why guys like Deontay Johnson don't want to play. He refused to go in the game because he out there running for fucking practice. He running for practice, bro. No. That's what Deontay mad about. That's what I'm talking about. This man ain't finna go in the game so he can run a goddamn 9 route for goddamn 4 quarters and not even get a touch the ball. Like, what the fuck I'm gonna do that for? So that's what I'm referring to, Southside. So it probably some miscommunication there, but that's what we talking about. That guy, look, this man Deontay don't want to play. So, like I said, there's a problem, bro. I'm telling y'all, there's a problem when it comes down to certain schemes. And if you go to Baltimore, you're a wide receiver, yeah, you know you ain't gonna touch that ball. Kyle James Chang said Kyle Pitts is a bum. Can you elaborate, sir? Tell me why he's a bum. I would like to know why you say he's a bum. Yeah, I would really love to hear why you say Kyle Pitts is a bum. If everybody believed that he's a bum, I would like. How you doing, Ju? So he says 0 catches. And he hasn't cracked 100 yards. Do you know Mr. James Chain? Do you know where he ranks as a tight end in the NFL and yards, receiving yards? Do you know? And this is why I like to say we use the stats, the facts, and the truth about things, because people say things they don't even know what they be talking about. So this is why we talking about Kyle Pitts, and this is a problem with the quarterback, because I went over some numbers. We got Kirk Cousins gets fixated on wide receivers for whatever reason. He just has a infatuation and a hard on for wide receivers. Anybody that's not a wide receiver, he's not getting in the ball. Okay. This man got 54 targets as a tight end. Okay. He got 35 catches on the year. Okay, out of 54 targets. 35 targets, and he got 494 yards. So picture if he get 30 more. And he's ranked number 10 at tight end as far as the receiving yards are concerned, with 35 catches. So Kyle Pitts at this particular point with 54 targets and 35 catches, he has 400. So if this guy has nearly 500 yards with 35 catches, picture if you double that. This is a 1,000-yard tight end if you double what he's seeing. If you double his targets and he gets 30 more or 34 more receptions, that's a 1,000-yard tight end team. So are we really talking about Kyle Pitts sucking, or are we not talking about he not getting the ball enough? Because we do numbers around here. So he got 54 targets and he got 494 yards receiving as a tight end that's barely touching the ball. Our third wide receiver got 40 catches. Our second wide receiver got 50 catches. So we just gonna itch Ray McCloud out of the offense and say, all right, we're going to give your target to Kyle Pitts. We're going to give those targets that were meant for Ray McCloud, we're going to give those to Kyle Pitts. And see, this is the problem what we're talking about when we talk about targets. So Ray McCloud, at this particular point, you look at him, he got 45 catches. So what if we just itch Ray McCloud out of the offense and get those targets and get those receptions to Kyle Pitts? That's almost 70 catches and over 1,000 yards right there if we itch Ray McCloud out of this offense. I just hate to say it, guys. He doesn't suck. We're not getting the ball to him. The ball, Falcons have way too many weapons, and Kirk Cousins is targeting people he shouldn't be targeting. Just my opinion. Look, I'm gonna be honest about this. I got Ray McCloud and I got Kyle Pitts. Why am I throwing the Ray? Just off talent right off the bat. Why am I throwing the Ray McCloud and you got Kyle Pitts right there? And Drew said there's too many weapons. Like, my thing is, James, what does this even mean? What does Kyle Pitts is tipping out there? What in the blind fuck makes you believe that he's tipping anything? And I love you, but like, what the fuck? Who you heard? Why are you saying he tipping anything? You don't think these DBs are smart enough to know when somebody gonna run a damn outright? You don't think Julio gonna run that crossing route? Julio is notorious for running them drag and crossing routes. He's been doing it all his career. We know Jerry Rice was gonna he was gonna run a damn slant, but you couldn't stop it. You knew Megatron was gonna throw the ball up top, and you couldn't stop it. So save this bullshit about Kyle Pitts tipping anything. We knew that Tony Gonzalez was gonna run a deep end. We knew he was gonna run a deep out, but you couldn't stop it. That's not loafing. That's not true at all. If you got a quarterback, it don't matter who running what route. The quarterback, his job is supposed to get it to a spot and make sure that guy catch it. Whether he does it at 4-2 or he do it at 5 flat, that quarterback is supposed to get the ball into the playmaker hand. I don't care how fast he get it. I'm supposed to either get it behind, make sure he get it. If the defender is shading him inside, throw that ball up and high. The quarterback is supposed to make sure that ball gets into the vicinity of that receiver. Period, point blank. So all this nonsense, he's loafing on the plate. Go look at Anquan Bolden. I triple dog dare you to go look at Anquan Bolden and see if this guy ran great routes. Y'all think that Algernon Darius Crumpler was out here running great routes? No, he wasn't. He's loafing on plays. That's the stupidest. That right there it's a cop out for just saying he don't like him. Just say you don't like him. I can literally call a couple of plays and I can literally pull a couple of plays right out of every fucking game with DeAndre Hopkins, Calvin Ridley, Julio Jones, and those guys loafed on the play. But when Kyle Pitts do it, it's a freaking problem when he does it. Y'all allowed the media to put this perception on this guy, and y'all literally believe it to be true. I can literally pull out 1-2 plays every game from every wide receiver and say, yeah, he was loafing on that play. I literally saw Drake do the exact same thing because he knew he wasn't going. How many times we saw Drake London loafing on the block? And our running back got tackled. Like, I've seen this. But nobody say this shit about Drake London. Oh, he loafing on the play. We missed the block. We've literally seen Ray do the same thing, loafing on the block, and our running back got hit. Tyler out here, Drake missed the block, Ray missed the block, and these guys stopped us from getting the first down. We seen this all the time, but you sitting up here saying this bullshit about because you saw 1 or 2 plays in a fucking game where Kyle Pitts wasn't going 100 miles an hour. We say he's loafing. Man, please stop the nonsense, y'all. There's always one or two plays in the game where a wide receiver or a player is just not going 100%. But that don't mean he's fucking loafing. So we gonna try to act like Ray McLeod and Drake London didn't loaf on the block and they didn't do their job. We gonna act like that's not loafing. We gonna act like that then? So what is that when they loaf on their blocks, they miss their block and our running backs get hit behind the line? We don't get. Because I've seen several times where Drake London did loaf on the block and he missed the block and he wasn't going 100. Yeah, what happened to the excuse when Tyler Algier was supposed to block for Bijan Robinson? He missed the block. Was that loafing or what? What was that? Look, why are y'all saying this man ain't finishing through plays? Like, what in the hell? What fucking proof do you guys he's not doing this? Y'all will see one or two plays and then say, yep, this is who he is. What happens to the play when he does play? You motherfuckers are like choke, like you people are like you quiet as hell when he play well, but soon he allegedly loafs on the play. Oh my God, this is why we got to trade. We need to get rid of him. He's loafing on the play. Like what it like? Yeah, I can literally have this. What happens when a quarterback is on the side, like when he's out on a bootleg? And he knows that this is supposed to be a reverse, and he got to get out there and do his job. I've seen Patrick Mahomes on the play. I've seen him being the lead blocker because he knows that he's supposed to be that guy that's supposed to get that block. I've seen him loaf. I've seen him go 100% on one or two plays in the game. But nobody says, yeah, Patrick Mahomes, he's loafing on the play. Oh, my God, we need to get rid of him. This happens to every single player when they don't give 100% for whatever reason. It could be, they lost, they tired or whatever the case may be. But it happened to Kyle Pitts, and everybody runs with this narrative that, he's loafing. He's not giving 100% all the time. It's virtually impossible. If you ever played the game of basketball, football, sports, baseball, you have to learn when to pick your spots. If you ever played sports, you can't go hard every play. That's not how it works. You don't go hard Sometimes this play ain't meant for you. You're not gonna go 100% hard on it because it's supposed to be a run play and this goes somebody else. Nobody goes 100 miles an hour on every play. This is how you guys know you've never played the game of any. You've never played organized sports if you believe that every player in every play you're supposed to go hard every play. That's not true. That's not true the least bit. This is what I'm talking about. This man, it's one or two games, and he's not on a particular play. If he's not doing what y'all think he should be doing, then he's loafing. Roof, like Who the hell goes to work and say, "Hey, boss, I'm a work to the last minute of the clock"? No, the hell you ain't. You gonna go to the bathroom, sit in the bathroom for 10 minutes, and then come back to like, "Hey, what were you been?" I was using, I was doing my job. Knowing damn well you was in there in the bathroom for 10 minutes looking at on Twitter. Y'all take breaks at work at any chance you get. If you ain't got to work hard, you ain't gonna work hard at work. Stop. Y'all gotta stop with the nonsense, man. If you ain't gotta work hard, you ain't gonna work 100%. Like, come on, bro. This right here, Drake dropped the crucial pass on Sunday, and nobody ain't nobody said nothing. I've seen Jake. I've seen Chris Lindstrom get beat. I've seen Bergeron get beat. But nobody gets the criticism that Kyle Pitts does. I've seen our head coach, when our quarterback threw 3 interceptions in the damn half, he looking up at the damn sky. Ain't that right, Jude? He looking up at the sky. But y'all don't go as hard on him like y'all be going at Kyle Pitts. They want Pitts to be Goku, and go 100% all the time. Like, bro, like it's insane the expectation for Kyle Pitts. Y'all have all the expectation for Kyle Pitts, but when Drake London drops a key pass, when Drake London misses a key block, when Ray McCloud trips over his own damn feet constantly, they don't go in on that. You think they trying so bad to get Drake to that 1,000? Nah, he gonna get that. He gonna get that regardless. I think it's just, this is all Kirk. My opinion in this, man. This offense, what's going on with this team is all on Kirk. Kirk is trying to, like, I think his thing is Kirk has just never played with this many weapons. And quite honestly, you always state this, but I think the Falcons just got way too many offensive weapons. They need to make a decision whether it's going to be Drake, it's going to be Bijan, and it's going to be Tyler. And there needs to be a 3-headed monster, and anything outside of that is a non-factor. That's what I think the Falcons should be. It need to be Drake, it need to be Pitts, and it needs to be Bijan. Y'all need to get the ball in hand, those guys, regardless. Every game, there need to be an emphasis on getting those by. Anybody else don't matter. Sorry. Nobody else matters. Those guys need to touch it. And I think right now, Kirk is trying to satisfy everybody and give everybody numbers. Man, look, that ball, this shit have been throwing the ball in the air. That ball went out of bounds. How many times have we done seen Kirk Cousins throwing the ball into the damn ground? Like, we could have had 2 touchdowns that game and big plays that game, but Kirk Cousins out here dribbling the damn ball off the turf. But we up here talking about, man, he gave up on that one play. Kyle Pitts gave up on that one play. This motherfucker is dribbling the ball off the damn turf, but we up here talking about Kyle Pitts not giving 100% on the route. Like, bro, get out of here, man. Get absolutely out of here. Zach Robinson overwhelmed. I believe it's youth. He's never had this many weapons. A lot of guys do not have this many weapons, and he don't know what to do with it. Like a kid in the candy store. You want all of it. You want every bit. But all this nonsense about Kyle Pitts not giving 100%, like, please, get out of here. Remember the game when Kirk purposely threw it out of bounds and fans immediately said he gave up on that play too. Look, that man just threw. Come on, bro. Like, y'all got to stop with this Pitt stuff. Pitt has caught some overthrows with 40 vertical out of it. Like, bro, like, it's happened. I think this too, James. Kirk too scared to say this feet. I've said that. as a quarterback and dissecting, I think he's scared to. I think he's scared to really. He's not stepping in. Like I said, I think he's just not stepping in. He's not stepping into his throws, and that's why I feel like, for me, his mechanics are way off. And whether it's something physically is happening, Kirk he's not gonna convince me that he's 100%. Something is going on him physically. I don't know if it's physical or it's mental with him, but something he's not confident in, and it's physical. Physically, something isn't as what it used to be. That's what I don't know if he's hurt. I think he got a clean bill of health as far as like that, but I don't think he has the confidence in something, whether his shoulder or his Achilles, knee, or whatever the case. Something he's not confident in. And I'm starting to see it because he's bouncing. Anytime you see a quarterback bouncing the ball off the ground like that, something ain't right. Something ain't right. Something isn't right with Kirk Cousins. And it may just be his confidence in it and his physical. Because he's got a clean bill of health, but having a clean bill of health doesn't mean that you're confident in that. He did, like I said, he doesn't look comfortable in the pocket. His decision making is like I just don't think something physically he's not confident in. And Zach Robinson playing the part. He is, like I said, Zach has done I won't say a poor job, but he needs to get better at understanding where we are in that particular game, because I don't think the Falcons should have been as aggressive as they were when you saw the defense playing the way that they play. They should like, look, the defense playing well, let's dumb the game plan down, just get the ball out of hand. But the Falcons just kept staying aggressive. I don't think that's the right thing to do. You got to understand the game and the situation, like you always say. Understand the situation and coach accordingly. Kirk is hesitating. I've seen this Sunday. I think he's hiding that injury against Noya. He ain't been the same since. Like I said, he ain't been the same. Something is going on with him, and they're not saying it, but he's not confident in something. And you can see it even with Young Wei Koo, and it's something that Kev even said. Something going on with him. And come to find out that Young Wei Koo is dealing with a hip injury. And it's something that Kev saw in preseason. Something going on with Koo. Yeah, he's throwing it with all arm. He's not putting any of that lower body in it. So maybe it's the Achilles sore, his knee sore, but something going on with Kirk that he's not 100% confident in. He's just out there slinging the ball with all arm. He's just slinging out with all arm. So, like I said, man, we got the end games tonight with Wandrell, aka Mr. Tactician. We got some topics that I know y'all gonna love. So join us and tonight with that. And like I said, maybe that's it, Chris. What's going on, brother? But like I said, he's just I don't know who it was, forgive me, but somebody said even in the press conference he just looked defeated. Something ain't right, bro. Something ain't right going. Something ain't right with Kirk. He just doesn't seem very confident. He's not upbeat. He's not like, we haven't seen any sound bites or anything. He just don't look confident. He's not confident. He's not confident at all. And it's not the offensive line. It's not the offensive line. Like, Kirk is holding on to the ball too. That's another thing too. Like, he's getting hit and he's getting sacked because he's not getting rid of the ball. He owned the ball too long. So it's not the offensive line. The offensive line is not they doing their job. Offensive line doing a pretty good job, but like when your quarterback is holding them on to the ball for 4 seconds, like you go get hit and you go get sacked and you gonna see them, Kirk continuously getting hit. He got to get rid of the ball. Like just because a quarterback get hit don't mean your offensive line ain't doing their job. That quarterback got to get rid of the ball. That ball got to be out of his hands before 3 seconds. And I've counted way too many times where Kirk Cousins just standing back there, standing back, and he's not letting the ball go. So I don't believe this is the Falcons' offensive line issue. You can't, when teams are constantly blitzing the team like with, I'm not gonna put this on. I'm not gonna put this on. I'm not gonna put this on the offensive line. That man holding that ball way too long. That man had that ball in there 4 seconds. He could have ran, he could have moved around or did something. And he's just holding on, double clutching. Like anytime you see you see him double clutching way too much as a quarterback now. Like that shouldn't be happening. Like when you see Patrick Mahomes double clutching, he's trying to get the ball out of his hand to double clutch. Kirk double clutching and then holding on, and then like he's not getting rid of the ball. So a lot of this passing game we're seeing, even the sack numbers, is just Kirk not confident. I don't know what it is, what's going on with him, but he's not confident at all. And maybe the game has passed him by where these guys are a little bit more athletic, but we'll talk about that more later. Like I said, tonight, this has been your boy Mad Mike, man, with another episode of Mad Mike in the Morning. Continue to support your boy here. And like I said, we don't do the back and forth with the punk ass content creators. Okay? I ain't doing that shit. We can't do that shit. So with that being said, let's talk some ball. Let's support each other. Y'all go to everybody's channel, and I know there are some people who are that support this channel, and they may not support other people brand because they don't want to be seen over there. Look, I say do it, man. Support everybody. Hit that subscribe button here. Just because you may not agree with everything that I say or whoever say, don't mean you shouldn't support them. If they represent them Atlanta Falcons, hit that subscribe button. Even if you don't agree with everything that they say, support them. Trust me, we definitely appreciate it. All right, you ain't got to like everything that I say or Smitty say or whomever says. The Falcoholics say, if they represent them Atlanta Falcons, hit that subscribe button. Hit it, okay? Hit it. Don't be afraid to leave a comment, to like. All right, support the Falcons. Support the Falcons content creators. Support the Falcons reporters. Everybody who represent the Falcons, support them. And that's the bottom line, because Mad Mike said so.
Put your eyes back in your head.
I got like flavor.
Pry their eyes open and force them to see the truth. We will skin the sheep and sacrifice the weak. The unholy alliance has arrived.